Ladies and gentlemen, I have much pleasure in introducing to you our new MP.
Friends, and people working men. It grieves me great displeasure to stand up here and undress myself before such a great congregation, such a great people in such a great country as Great British. A country with such a glorious flag as the Union Jacob. A country composed of mountains, valleys, bluffs, bombs, and stiffs. I wish to say a few words on the missionary maniacs. Those hybrids go out and civilize the barbarians. Recently they went out and civilized the Chinese, the Japs, and no sooner they got civilized, started to fight one another. You see the trouble in China? The Chinese wanted the Japanese to clear out of Manchester? Well, the same in this country. Do you remember a little back ago to come as yet? Do you remember there was a war on? Well, when the time, gentlemen, please, when the wartime time comes, they find big, strong, strapping fellas, they take them away and they put them in the stenches. And the sick ones, they leave it on to enjoy themselves. I ask you, what's the use of being healthy? Citizens and citizenesses, any day you can pick up your tablecloth and read that the education authorities, they say that little children don't get sufficient, too much, a lot. They put forward an indigestion that the Museum for Art should be open after hours so little children can go and learn something. Now, just for instruments, a little girl, 5 years of old age, goes into the Museum of Art, and the first thing it sees is a picture of Venus. Well, he's got to learn sometimes. Then he goes to school. From school he granulates to college. In the college he gets it at the pleurisy. Then he goes to Oxford, Cambridge or Borstal. And then he comes out and makes a book of the dogs. And look at the scrap the battleships question. Are you aware the Geneva Conference, they put together the whole thing, they took it away. So at last when they first, was there. And look at the Chancellor from the Exchequer, Neville Chamberlain. He said, save the pennies and the pennies will turn into shillings. Save the shillings and the shillings will turn into pounds. Save the pounds and he'll take it away from you. And look at the women today. Why, the way the women are dressing today, it's absolutely disgusting. Nowadays, when a woman goes out in the street dressed, you can't look her in the face. You don't want to. Nowadays, when a woman goes out in the street, she's got nothing here, a little less here, and mind your own business all over. Why, years ago, a woman used to paint the bodies and leave the face bare. Now they paint the face. And you look back in the hysterics of the United States in 1492 when Christopher Cotton Cucumcus, when he disgusted America, and in this country in 1006 and sixpence halfpenny, when William the Concertina, when he murdered the two princes in Blackpool Tower, the time when Mary Queen of Scots had a bit of business with Pizzy, when King Edward the Confectioner, there was a king, every inch a king, every foot a ruler. But going from ridiculous to the blimey, give me the days that used to was, not the days that now is, isn't it? Why, what's all this worldwide depression, this bad trade? Everything to the still stands. Why, even people who never intended to pay have stopped ordering. But listen to me, constituents. This is my final words to you before I go on to the other side. We are now coming to the intermission. That's the music for the intermission. Goodbye, I'll see you on the other side. Well, customers, here I am again. I wish to enlighten you on the economic situation in this country. So if anybody give me any answers, I'll give them questions. Anybody?
Yes, just a moment, sir. I've got a question. Well, what's your opinion of the prohibitionists?
The prohibitionists in this country, they say down with drink. By golly, they're right. Down with drink and keep it down. Don't bring it up like most of you. The stop the drinkers in this country say people drink too much. They should eat more
The vegetables.
They should eat more vegetables. Now, just imagine you meet a friend you ain't seen from 5 years. You say, hello, Jack. Have a carrot. How ridiculous it is.
Are you aware, sir, we spend £50 million a year on education?
Sure, £50 million a year on education and £100 million a year on the ammunition. You know why?
No, why?
They spend £50 million a year to shoot the brains into you and £100 million a year to shoot them out again.
But you must bear in mind, sir, people in this country are very brave. Stoic.
Stoic?
You know what stoic means?
Yes, I had it for my dinner today.
Had what?
Stoic and chips. But they need to be brave in this country. Look at the parliament we got.
Why, what's wrong with the parliament?
Why, the parliament is the finest body of men that money can buy.
Well, I contend, sir, the politicians should be given a fair trial.
They should be given a fair trial and then convicted.
Why, in Parliament today we have all kinds of people.
Yes.
We have Army MPs,
yes,
Naval MPs, Navy MPs. Why, even the clergy is represented in Parliament today.
We got clergymen in the Parliament, but do the clergymen pray for the Parliament? No, they take one look at the Parliament and pray for the country. And look at the automobile, the motor car question in this country.
Yes, now take Sir William Morris. Are you aware, sir, Sir William Morris has put a car upon the market which is within the reach of every working man?
Sure, he says since he made such cheap automobiles, you don't see half the poor people walking about now. That's right. One half's killed, and the other half don't want to come out. Oi, oi. And look at the reports in this country from the marriage question. Why, do you know that I don't believe a man should get married? I believe it's better he becomes a soldier.
Oh, why?
Then he gets paid for fighting. And then also, when he goes to become a soldier, what happens? He's got to have it 32 teeth.
32 teeth?
Yes.
What for?
Well, if he can't shoot the enemy, he can bite him. Everybody in this country is so dispatriotic.
Unpatriotic.
Unpatriotic. Everybody unpatriotic. Even I took a girl out last night. She was so unpatriotic, she wouldn't stand for anything.
Now, sir, what is your opinion of the marriage question?
The marriage question? Aha, that is a very severe thing in this country. There was a married man, King Solomon. That man had 600 wives and never slept a wink all night.
Why?
Well, by the time he kissed them all goodnight, it was time to get up again. And take the Arctic regions. The Arctic regions, the Eskimos is...
Eskimos.
The Eskimos is God's frozen people. They've got the finest system in the whole world for the marriage. So supposing a man's got a wife from 40 years of old age, and he doesn't want her some more, do you know what he does with her?
No, what?
He changes her for 2 at 20. Oi. Oi. Well, this is my final words to you. Don't forget, voters, when you go into the poll, you vote for me and I'll vote for you at the next general selection. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thanks.